Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I'm back again with another cooking for your bunny video, and this time I'll be showing you how to make a cake for your rabbit. The reason behind this video is that it's Valentine's Day and I got Snowball last year on Valentine's. It was a coincidence, I didn't plan to get her on that day. She was about 4 months when I adopted her, and if you're interested in my adoption story and want to find out more about her in general, check out this video linked above. Since I don't know exactly when her birth date is, based on the math it's sometime in October, I just decided to celebrate the day I took her home, which is the 14th of February, the Valentine's Day instead, and treat it as her birthday. So on to the actual cake recipe. You might recognize it being similar to bunny cookies that I've made in the past, but I will tweak it a bit for this cake recipe. All the ingredients are bunny safe and the cake is based on the rabbit nuggets or pellets that you probably already have at home, as they are part of the bunny diet. The measurements will depend on your preferences, on how big you want the cake to be, which fruits you would like to use, and how much of the fruits you would like to use. I'll be using 100 grams of rabbit nuggets, the Burgers brand that has 39% fiber. Snowy really likes it. I will link it down below for you. Quarter of a ripe banana that I roughly sliced, about a quarter of an apple also roughly sliced. I'm going to leave the skin on as it's not harmful for your bunny and it provides a boost of extra vitamins, and a few frozen raspberries. You can of course use fresh ones. I don't have any fresh raspberries, so that's why I'm using frozen ones. You can use different fruits depending on what your bunny likes or which ones you have at home. Make sure you choose the fruits that are safe for rabbits. If you're not sure which ones are safe, I will leave the list of bunny safe fruits in the description box for you down below. So the recipe is fairly straightforward. Firstly, put rabbit nuggets in your food processor or blender, then add your desired amount of fruits and top it off with some cold tap water in order to make a nice moist cake batter. I'm using 150 ml of cold tap water to begin with, and let's blend it up. I'm using a normal spoon to just scrape the sides here. If you feel like the batter is not moist enough, feel free to add some more and continue to blend until everything is well mixed together. I added additional 100 ml of water, so 250 ml overall, but of course this will vary. You just have to judge the consistency yourself. Just make sure it's not too watery so that you're not left with a runny slushy batter. The perfect consistency is for it to be just fairly moist. I'm going to preheat the oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 356 degrees Fahrenheit. I've lined the oven grid with a reusable baking sheet. You can also line it with baking paper. I find that using an oven grid is better than using a baking tin, as the flat surface of the oven grid is going to bake the cake faster and more thoroughly. But if you prefer to use a baking tin, that's absolutely fine. It might just take longer to cook all the way through. Now I'm just going to dump the whole cake batter onto the baking sheet. I'm not going to spread it out too much as I want it to be quite small and thick. I'm just going to form it slightly into a circular shape. Let's put it into the preheated oven and bake for 20 minutes to begin with. While the cake is baking, I'm going to use the remaining fruit for decoration. Since it's Snowy's first birthday, I want to create a number 1 out of the remaining apple. I feel like the apple is the best choice for this as it's the hardest and offers the most stability. Next, I'm slicing the banana in half lengthwise to cut out some cute shapes. I'm using these fruit cutters to cut out banana bunny and heart shapes that I can place on the cake. Not too many, just 2 of each will be enough as the cake is not going to be that big. I will also link those fruit cutters down below for you. They are really fun and come in lots of shapes and sizes too. To check if the cake is thoroughly cooked, I'm going to use a toothpick, or you can use also a skewer stick and pierce the cake to see if it leaves any moist residue. If it appears moist on the stick, leave it baking for a bit longer. You'll know when it's cooked when minimal moist residue will be left on your stick. I ended up baking it for extra 10 minutes, so 30 minutes overall, but again this may vary, so you just need to keep an eye on it. Take it out of the oven and leave it aside to cool down for about 20 to 30 minutes or until it's slightly warm to the touch. The cake should be slightly brown on the edges and crusty on the outside and cooked yet still soft on the inside. Once cooled down, we can move it onto a normal plate and place our fruit. To move the cake, I'm just using a normal spatula. I like to slightly lift the edges up first with a spatula before transferring the whole thing. So now for the decorating. I'm going to stick the cutout number 1 apple right in the middle, just slightly press it down into the cake to make sure it stays. Using my cutout bananas and raspberries, I will alternate them and place around the whole cake. So this is the final result. Let's see what Snowy thinks of it. You You can slice it into triangles like you would with a normal cake, or in any way that you prefer. As this is a treat, make sure not to give too much at once. You can place it in the fridge for a few days to make sure that the fruits don't go off. So there you have it guys, a bunny safe cake that you can easily make at home in an inexpensive way to treat your bunny for any occasion. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to make sure your notifications are always on so you don't miss another video. If you do end up trying this cake recipe out, comment down below and tag us on Instagram at snowythebunny14. We would love to see your version of this cake. I hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!